Okay, we're going to take you all a roundabout way here to see the Big Hole River. If you've ever traveled in Montana, you know that a close destination is probably an hour away. Pretty common is a couple hours away. We have a different idea of distances here in Montana because usually whenever you want to go somewhere, it's going to take you a little bit of a road trip. So here's our way to the Big Hole, and I thought you just might enjoy seeing some of the farmland. They grow a lot of wheat and alfalfa and potatoes in this area. Lucky loves looking around, and we learned some good lessons here at the Big Hole. And once we get to the Big Hole, you'll see what I'm talking about. And hopefully, Lucky learned a really good lesson. So enjoy the ride, and I'll show you a little bit of the Big Hole here on this nice fall day. Okay, in a short while, we'll actually be turning on Highway 41. That's the road that goes to Dillon from Twin Bridges. Not on there yet. We're still on the dirt road. But there's still some interesting things along Highway 41. Now we're on Highway 41. Some cool old ranch buildings, which aren't going to last too much longer, and most of them are being torn down, so I try to get those photographed. And it's just a holding pond, irrigation holding pond. And those are the Ruby Mountains back there. And we are going to reach Twin Bridges soon. And as we get closer, you'll see the old orphanage and the other highlights. Okay, this is the tail end of the Big Hole River, which runs 153 winding miles without any dams. It's a beautiful river, and we're going to go down there in just a minute. It holds the largest population of grayling fish, and they're doing a lot to protect that population here in Montana. Now here's Lucky, ready to hop on down. Here, Lucky, go up here. Gotta go through the gate. We haven't been here for a while. I don't even know if we can get down. What do you think? The water actually looks like it's running a little bit high. It always seems to change a little bit from year to year. So anyway, Lucky ran down and he found this stick. And unfortunately, in his process of trying to tug it out, which he did, he ended up getting a stick across the top of his mouth, which we didn't even know about until several hours later when we were at home, and he's pawing and pawing and trying to get that stick out. So that's why I called this the last stick, because we're going to train him not to do that anymore. We'll just let Lucky show you around here a little bit. Last year I walked way up here and I did a video on it. I'll put a link to it at the end of the video. You might enjoy watching that too, because it changes so much, the geography of this river here as it goes around the different curves. It washed out a whole lot of fence a couple of years ago, but it's really beautiful and kind of a tricky place to fish. I don't know, I see people floating it a lot, but they're changing regulations all the time. It was closed most of this year because of the Lucky's not quite sure what to do because he sees Mike up there on the bridge and he can't quite figure out why he's up there and not down here. But it's kind of a pretty steep climb coming down. So, yeah, there's where Lucky's going in. He's going to find that stick just to entertain him. Yeah, it was a pretty good lesson. Ellie, the vet over here in Twin Bridges, helped, and it took a while, but we were able to get that stick out of the roof of his mouth, and wow, it was pretty sad, pretty rough night for Lucky. He had to be heavily medicated in order for us to even find it and discover what the problem was. So when you are out and about, I guess you really do have to be careful of even the simplest things, such as a stick. But all's well that ends well. He's doing fine now. Like he's trying to get me to play stick. So he finds his own. It's a beautiful day here on the Big Hole. Nobody's fishing. and we're right here by the bridge. His element is water. Well, should we go find Mikey? Mikey had fun in the water until we discovered there was a serious problem. This is the tail end of the big hole. It runs in with the beaver head and the ruby, and eventually, shortly, in a short while, it forms the Jefferson River. Be sure to check that video, the next video that I show up here, and you can see as I walk up the river a little bit more. Well, thanks for watching. This is Travels with Lucky, and I hope you enjoy our adventures and do subscribe and like this video if you enjoy these kind of adventures. Thanks for watching.